Zamasu here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so we have pulled the Str Carnival Rose and Zamasu reversible exchange. We are going to check them out here at 55%, level 1 links, like freshly pulled. We have built a Super Bosses team. Now, I think the big issue with the Rose and Zamasu compared to Goku and Vegeta is Goku and Vegeta already have a pretty good, well-established team. Like, their leader skill has the 10-year fusions, has Gogeta, has Tech Gotenks, whereas Rose and Zamasu, a lot of the strengths for their team are going to be like the upcoming Super EZAs. I know that the Goku Zamasu Super EZA is available now, but obviously this all came out at the same time as the banners. The free-to-play clone army, which they're available now, but you've got to farm them up as well. The AGL Rose Super EZA that comes out in a few days' time. We're probably going to get the Int LR Zamasu EZA as well. So, like, I would say as of right now, when the banners have just dropped, the Rose and Zamasu team is nowhere near as good as it will be even in like a few days' time, which is a bit of a shame and obviously is a bit of a detriment to them. But we're here to check them out and see how well they can do and how we get on. So obviously they lead Super Bosses for 220%. We start off as Rose. Our 12 key super greatly raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. And then the 18 key greatly raises attack, which is an infinite stack, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raise allies attack by 60% for 1 turn self-excluded. So he's giving everybody a pretty significant attack buff, like after he attacks. And then his passive, so base effects, attack and defense 200%, additional 2 key per key sphere obtained. Then we get attack and defense 80% and attacks effective against all types for allies whose name includes Goku Black. So obviously that includes him, but that's also going to be all the clones, AGL Rose, physical Rose, so very excited to be using him again. Then we get per extreme class ally or future saga ally on the team, attack and defense 50% up to 150, and then crit chance and damage reduction 20% up to 60. So you've just got to have the 3 allies in order to get those full buffs. When all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class, or when there's another future saga ally, he has guard. Then when we get the active skill or attacking with 18 or more key, 200% attack, additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. When receiving an attack, we get 180% defense. And then starting from the 4th turn, we can meet up and exchange with Zamasu. And then, of course, his active skill is the Holy Light Grenade, which can be used from turn 4. Massively raises attack temporarily. All attacks become crits. Super Bosses allies get attack and defense 15%, additional 10% defense to future saga, and that's for 4 turns. So he's at 294k start of turn. Now bear in mind we haven't got any support because we haven't picked up any orbs with the Broly trio yet, but we are going to get a little bit of extra support when we pick up the orbs with them. But based on the defense that he has now, when he gets hit he gets 180% defense. So his defense when he takes a hit here in slot 1 is going to be 823k with 60% damage reduction and guard, which obviously for the early stages of an event is pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll get the full key here for you. We'll get some rainbow orbs for you. There's quite a lot of rainbow orbs actually, that's pretty good. Hey, and we can even get the 7 orbs for the Broly trio. So let's see what we got. Now bear in mind obviously the big thing is that Rose is a Big Bad Bosses character and we don't have him linked level 10. So he's not going to have Big Bad Bosses active, so he is missing out on some stats there. But tank assist for Vegeta for double digits, and then 22.8 million. Now, I would say 22.8 million for a 55% level 1 links, and with no Big Bad Bosses active, is pretty good for the Rose there. Sadly, no additional super. And then, yeah, physical Rose, of course, has the potential to build up over time. With his domain, that should be pretty interesting, because, of course, that will be buffing the new unit as well. So, yeah, physical Rose, very excited for him to be potentially back in the spotlight a little bit. I think he'll be really, really good on this team. Especially once we get that domain out with the active skill, the Scythe turn and everything. Should be quite fun. Tons of additional normals here. And then he's up to 19.8 on turn 1 after all those attacks. Pretty decent. I do love that super attack animation as well. And then, yeah, tank for double digits. And then, of course, the Brody Trio guaranteed dodge on this turn, thanks to the 7 orbs. So, pretty decent first turn for Rose here. Shout out to Aaron for re-upping his channel membership, 25 months in the Ningen Club. Just going from the gym, I can finally summon a good luck. I did build the 2 new units. I mean, I only have both of them at 55%. But judging from like what Rose does, what he has built in, I would say you probably just want to go for additional for the most part. But okay, so we got the freezer for the super boss's support. So we've got 310k defense for this Rose here in slot 1. So we'll go ahead and do this. Grab this. Obviously the tech mode Zamasu is kind of going to be a bit of a liability as the event goes on here. He's one of the units that will very quickly get replaced off of the team as all of these other buffs come out for super bosses, as we were saying, right? The STR Super Easy A Zamasu Goku seems pretty decent. AGL Rose is pretty decent. That's 25 million there for this guy with a little bit of support. Again, the friend is also 55% level 1 links. So 25 million into a 17 million additional, I think is pretty good for 55% level 1 links. I might, for the sake of like when we do all the follow-up videos and trying out different team builds and stuff, I probably will just insta level like these guys to 10 with the link skill orbs, the new units. Because obviously for Rose especially, like any unit that has big bad bosses, the quicker you get big bad bosses to 10, then obviously the better that unit is going to be. Because that's the other thing to bear in mind is even 55%, once we get his links leveled up, not only is he going to be getting a bunch of extra stats here and there from some of the other links, but big bad bosses giving the 25% is going to be pretty nice. We also have the Int Rose with his buff here as well. Of course they have the same name unless we do this, but not sure how well physical Rose tanks the super though from this guy, so let's do this. Not the best rotation here for Key, unfortunately, either, to be honest, but remember, Vegeta gets built up that bit more each time as we go as well. So him doing more and more damage each turn, essentially. If we continue to keep tanking the super attacks for double digits or even single digits on this turn, I would say that that is pretty good. The animations for Rose are so good. 15.6. I mean, yeah, I would say very solid numbers for a 55% level 1 links unit so far, for sure. And then, of course, we have the active skills to start playing around with, which all give varying different abilities and buffs. The combination of, like, the STR Rose one giving a buff for 4 turns and then, like, the physical Rose domain is going to be pretty crazy, I think. And the fact that he's doing all of that without big bad bosses as well, because it's 25% attack and defense, so it makes him even more tanky. And then, of course, having that extra defense active with the link, then when he gets hit, that's factored in, I believe, to the 180% extra defense that he gets. So his defense after getting hit is even better. But yeah, we've got the Int Rose, of course, has the temporary boosted passive from the start of the celebration as well, which is cool. Alright, so we have the possibility. Oh great, yeah, we didn't have the animations on, so we didn't get to see it. And if I turn it on now, it won't show the other one, will it? I guess we can just do this and then let it play out, because it's a shame to not see it. See, I forgot the animations weren't on. We've got the new title screen as well, though. Very cool. I hadn't seen that until now because we're already in the game before the celebration started, so that's pretty good. Okay. Alright. So let's see the Zamasu. This had to be the choice, right, for the animation for Zamasu arriving for the exchange. I think we all knew it was going to be this, but Yeah, it looks so good.
There is no one who can stop us. We have all the power here. The two of us alone.
Okay. So now we have some choices. We can't get 6-7 orbs in slot 1 though, so I think we will save this one for now. I'm not going to be able to get 7 orbs though, am I? It's the problem with running the Broly trio. 5 orbs. I mean, they might be okay here. Okay, so we're still tanking for double-digit damage. Even with all the attacks Vegeta's received so far, all the build-up that he's received so far, still tanking for double digits. That's good. Yeah, 25 mil with that little bit of support. 25 mil with no big bad bosses active is pretty nice. And then we get the additional for 17.4. Because, yeah, additional in the hidden potential is obviously going to be big for him. Because at 55%, he doesn't have any additional. Because I haven't given him any skill orbs yet. Because, of course, there's the skill orb event that we can do as well. To get the unique skill orbs for them. Yeah, see Zamasu taking some damage. It's not the end of the world. I mean, that's the great thing about this event. Like, Vegeta has a ton of HP. But we know that he always supers in slot 1. So, not too bad. But yeah, in Rose obviously is much better once you get like a lot of ki. Like if you get a decent amount of ki with him, then he's going to look pretty crazy in LR Rose with the temporary buff. Nice, because at least the trio do have some dodge built in anyway. Okay, so I want to see the crazy buffs like turn. So I'm going to go ahead and does this do damage? No, it just creates the domain. Okay, so we're going to do this first. So it's a good old school physical Rose active skill here. Get that domain up. So with the domain and the fact that we should have big bad bosses active now as well. Oh no, we're at 80. Oh, we're at 84%, so we're just shy. But we have 372k defense. But let's go ahead and do his active skill attack, which the animation for this is just unbelievable. Like, it's so good. So let's see this.
To achieve our virtuous plan, the Zero Mortals plan.
But yeah, I think Goku Black probably full additional. Is Rose the best extreme LR in the game? Probably. That animation's so good. It looks so clean. Like all the little rotation like bits and stuff. It looks so good. I mean, 50 million crit for 55%, level 1 links, no big bad bosses. I'll absolutely take that. So remember, his active skill gives super bosses allies attack and defense 15%, and then an additional 10% defense if they're also Future Saga for 4 turns. He also gets guaranteed crits. We've got the domain buff, so now he's at 466k defense. So that means if we put that in, let's check that in the calculator. So 466073. When he gets hit, he's going to get 180% defense. So when he gets hit, he jumps up to 1.3 million with 60% damage reduction and guard for a 55% unit. Like, that's pretty good. So we'll do that. We'll get the rainbow orbs for you. Get those for you. Okay. So, unsurprisingly, we should tank this for double-digit damage. Yep. 37.4 million. I mean, that's pretty damn good. And of course, we get guaranteed crits. Typical though on this turn where we're getting the guaranteed crit and the extra buff, we only get the additional normal instead of the additional super. But yeah, that's very, very good. Goku hidden potential, I think, does he build up crit as well? It's probably additional as well. .6. Yeah, the more attacks physical Rose gets, the more crazy he's going to look. With all that support from the STR one as well. Yeah, jumps up to 16.8. Yeah, if you get good RNG with physical Rose, that's the turns where he could look kind of crazy. But yeah, especially now with all this extra support and everything, and a 220 lead. Up to 21 mil. Okay, additional normal. Additional normal. God, he just keeps going. He just keeps attacking. You're at 38 million. Yeah, see, physical Rose is definitely definitely back. That's very, very good. Love to see that. Could be an issue for Frieza here, but random unfeatured LR Tapio on the no-show. Let's go. Oof. I actually kind of wanted to drop below 60% HP so we could see the crazy crazy Zamasu active skill. I guess the best way to do that actually is probably just going to be to get this guy's domain up, which obviously won't be for a few turns. Damn. Yeah, that domain does help out quite a lot. Yeah, so Zamasu might get killed at the end here, because, like I say, that's the biggest problem with these guys, is their team currently isn't quite all that. Super Bosses is, you know, bit but it's getting a lot of buffs. Literally, like, we've had some drop now. Like I say, we're literally doing this showcase after pulling the unit, so we haven't farmed up the Goku Black clones, we haven't done the Super EZA for STR Zamasu Goku. AGL Rose EZA comes out in a couple of days. Int LR Fusion Zamasu EZA should come out in like a week or so. 71 million for Int Rose. Okay. Yeah, I have to do a separate video, like, properly showcasing him with his temporary buff, because, yeah, he's looking pretty good. 43 million additional. Okay. Yeah, that's, that looks pretty nice. Zamasu 18.4. I mean, even Zamasu hitting, like, relatively hard. Got the new LRTN. Oh, on the Carnival banner. Because, yeah, that is a thing. I was saying that when we were talking about whether people should summon for TN. The fact that he will be unfeatured on the Carnival banners. Ooh, 230k. Okay. We're at 54% HP. Oh, 64, damn. So we still need to lose some HP here if we want to get the big Zamasu attack turn, which I really do want to see. Although, I was going to say, if I get 7 orbs, they're going to guarantee dodge. That means they're not going to take any damage. But yeah, Vegeta, is he still hitting for double digits? Nice. I mean, remember, this Vegeta gets built up and can hit, like, pretty hard. And this 55% Rose is still just taking double-digit damage from his super in slot 1. I mean, that's really, really good. And we hit nice and hard as well. Get the crits still for the couple of turns. 33.5 on the additional. And this is only... I keep saying it, but obviously, like, that's to really hammer that home. Like, some of these numbers wouldn't be as impressive if we were talking about a Rainbow Max Lynx character, but yeah, 55% level 1 Lynx. Obviously for this turn, on the HP that we're on, he does have Big Bad Bosses active, so obviously that does help quite a lot. But, man, this guy is looking pretty crazy. We do need to actually at least use Zamasu just to see what he's doing, because his attack stats should be really, really high. The problem is, we don't really have a lot of really good slot 1 units on the team. So you kind of need the Rose to be in slot 1, which is a bit awkward. Like, it's funny that they're a reversible exchange unit, but with the current setup that we have essentially no reason to actually exchange. Yeah, the infinite boosts are only for like 14 hours or something. It's not even a full 24 hours, I'm pretty sure. 43.4, okay. Alright, physical Rose. He's definitely back. We love to see that. Yeah, I was a day 1 physical Rose defender, so seeing him thriving on this team, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, the Broly trio, I mean, as long as you get lucky enough with the orbs, right? If we're getting 7 orbs with them, we can get away with using them because they guarantee dodge. But oh, actually, we could... Okay. We could probably set up Zamasu here, because if we rage mode with Goku Black, then we'll get rid of Vegeta's Super. So... This is the full-on, like, Rose showcase. See how good his rage mode is with the temporary buff. Alright, do that. 24 key in every single slot. Obviously we don't take any damage. Dodge the super anyway. 31 million. And that's what you want to see, right? Because rage mode is like free damage and it cancels out the super. But a lot of the time you're not doing a huge amount of damage with these like rage modes. But yeah, 31 million. I mean, that's pretty good. It's essentially 90 million worth of attacks for free. Well, 93. Yeah, the temporary buff in Rose definitely seems very, very good. Like I say, we'll do a proper video showcasing him. Especially once we get some of these other characters farmed up and we've got the extra supports and everything. Yeah, because now that we are not going to get supered in slot 1, then I should be able to get away with putting Int Rose in slot 1. So then if we do this, well, I don't know, I don't think, does he have any damage reduction? I don't think he does he? No. I'm not sure how hard Vegeta's normals hit for once he's actually built up. So if we do switch over to Zamasu, 7 key, 200% attack and defense, high chance to crit, guards. When attacking, 200% attack and defense, future Saga extreme class allies get 10% damage reduction. Sadly, that's only when he attacks, so obviously it doesn't help the slot 1 unit. But when activating the active skill or attacking with 20 or more key, attack and defense 200%, launches an additional super, and then if we're at 60% or less HP, he also does an extra 300% attack, which is when attacking. So if Int Rose loses us 4% of our HP here, then we are going to get that buff. So yeah, let's see. Oh damn, 360. Really? I wasn't expecting it to be that much. Well, that's unfortunate. Damn it. I mean, that shows you how hard Vegeta is actually hitting for, but the STR Rose was tanking all of those hits in slot 1 for double-digit damage. So, yeah, even at 55% level 1 links, he is absolutely insane. I don't understand how anyone's underrating these new units. They're easily top 5. I mean, Rose absolutely gaps like turn 1 Tech Goku and AGL Vegeta. The reason why Tech Vegito is considered the best unit in the game is because of the Tech Vegito fusion. But like, Rose absolutely outclasses both the Goku and Vegeta parts of the 10-year cards. But yeah, crazy. So let me know what you guys think. Carnival, STR, Rose and Zamasu, very powerful. Didn't really get a chance to see Zamasu do much in this initial showcase, but obviously we're going to be doing tons of runs with their teams, putting them in different scenarios and different builds and stuff like that. So there you go. We'll see how we get on in the future stuff. But yeah, crazy unit for 55% level 1 links. Very, very strong. So let me know what you guys think. down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.